The day I stopped talking about Cookie Run Ovenbreak is going to be a very dark day indeed. This isn't the first time and it certainly won't be the last, as it's my favourite mobile game by far. Cookie Run is an auto-running 2D platformer where you just run from the beginning to the end of levels with a series of different cookies, which come with a wide range of abilities. And let me tell you, the roster is huge. I just had a quick look, and based on the indicators, there's 189 cookies, 195 pets, 110 treasures, 100 cards, and 24 skills. Now, on the cookies front, that's not even counting all the special edition cookies that only come for a limited time. They don't happen often, but there have been times in the past where I'm pretty sure you could have gotten Hello Kitty, you could have gotten Cookie Droid, which I do have, and it's just kind of crazy to me, really, how many different cookies there are. And sure, while some abilities are fairly similar to each other, the wide range that they've managed to get from this expansive set, which because you always run with a combination of cookies, pets, and treasures, which when you combine these different cookies, pets, and treasures together create an almost seemingly infinite amount of possibilities, it means that there's always something new going on It means that there's always something different going on, that while the main gameplay loop always remains the same, reacting to all the different obstacles and catching as many jellies as you can, the general gameplay around it always changes up in a way to keep things fresh. And I just love the character design of the different cookies. It's kind of impressive to me that they are still whipping up, I think, 2 new cookies every single month, and they still manage to keep them looking as good as they do. Dev Sisters puts a lot of time into this, and as well, it's not even just Ovenbreak. There are new cookies coming out all the time in the likes of Kingdom, and there's also Cookie Wars, which had a bunch of exclusive cookies as well. And of course, they've been bringing back old cookies from the original Cookie Run. It's kind of wild to me how they're able to have such a huge roster of different characters. Not to mention that, but there's so many different game types as well. There's stuff like the cookie trials, where when you unlock a cookie and a pet, you end up being able to play their specific trial and get rewards for doing exceptionally well. There are title and special events which regularly change. There's the main breakout mode, which is my favourite part of the game, where you run with 10 to 20 cookies and just try to get as far as you can and rack up the highest score that you can, which means that every week you end up getting a big reward. At least I tend to get a big reward at this point, which means that once I'm done, I'm always unlocking a cookie or 2 afterwards. There's the trophy race mode, where you race against several other people to get the highest score you possibly can. There's the Champions and Grand Champions League. There's the main story, which I haven't played a whole lot yet, but it's definitely something on my to-do list because I love playing this game. There's the raid run, where you end up against a big boss enemy and you have to collect these little power-ups to attack the enemy, and hopefully you deplete their health before time runs out. There's the guild runs, where you help your guild out against other guilds by, again, getting the best score you possibly can. There's the Island of Memories, which is sadly a long neglected game mode, which is such a shame because it's one of the ones that I think has so much potential. It had like full-blown cutscenes that weren't just the text boxes that they usually use nowadays. Don't get me wrong, I'm perfectly fine with the visual novel approach that they go with cutscenes, but these were like actually semi-animated, and I just wish that we got to see more of it. Unfortunately, Island of Memories now, I don't think it's been updated in a very long time. And you've got the technical license. It's too difficult for me because I'm not very good at video games, so I've not beaten it. But the point is, there's so many different things to do. I've got most of the cookies already, I'm very close to getting all the pets as well, and I just love collecting in this game. When it comes to their gacha system, the game is soft and so generous that once you've played to a certain extent, I find that you're practically having the cookies thrown at you at that point. There's only ever been one time in history that I ever spent money on the game, and that's because I wanted Cookie Droid so badly, and it was a limited time event. Aside from that, I've never spent money on this game because I've never felt compelled to, which I know is kind of flying in the face of which I know is probably not what Dev Sisters wants to hear, but I'm saying it because one of the things that turns me away from most mobile games is how they try everything they can to suck the money from you like a vampire sucking blood from you. And Cookie Run doesn't do that. not to the same extent anyway. Yes, they've got plenty of times where they'll beg you for money, but I never feel like I'm put in a situation where I have to give them cash. And I've managed to still build up an impressive library of cookies. Because of that, and the fun gameplay, it's a game that I keep coming back to again and again and again. And if you're looking for a mobile game experience and this looks fun to you, then I'd highly recommend checking it out. Honestly, it's so super fun. I really enjoy playing it. Yeah, check out Cookie Run Ovenbreak. It's completely free to download on your phone. I found out that the Google Play Games store is now on PC, so if you want to play it on PC, you actually can now. So that's how you're seeing a lot of the footage on screen right now, is because I was actually like, oh shoot, you can play this on PC now? Yes, score! And yeah, I highly recommend checking it out, because this experience has been baked to perfection.